Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, I always read energy and I am scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. And when I tried to light your candle today, the match broke. Okay, and then I went to put it out and it actually fell in the water. And I tapped into the energy of how that's going to affect your month of October. And what they were giving me is, oh, that's obviously for you, that something comes to a major climax this October for you, something that has been bothering you for quite some time. It's almost like the straw, the final straw energy. It's like you finally nip it in the bud, whatever it is, whether it's a person, you know, pushing your buttons, whether it is a situation that has been irking you for quite some time. I definitely see that it comes to a head and you manage to cut it out. Okay, I definitely see that you leave this behind. So that's the energy that was popping out from that. So I just want you to be aware. Okay, now I'm going to they want me to give you one more, so I will, okay? I want you to be aware that October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments and occurrences. We have not one, but 2 eclipses that will affect the order of the energy this month. We have a solar eclipse, often referred to as the Ring of Fire, and it occurs on the 14th of October. So it'll be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. For some, it will appear as, you know, a partial eclipse, but for others, you'll get the full display. Now, eclipses are noted for affecting our moods and our behaviors. You may feel more sensitive than usual or feel like something is a little bit off, and even your sleeping patterns may be disrupted briefly there as well, so watch out for that. It's generally, though, a perfect time to withdraw, recharge your batteries, and reflect on your life path and make major decisions to shake life up a little bit. Even spiders are known to dismantle their web during a solar eclipse and rebuild it once it passes. So the energy is actually affecting us all to some degree. Now, eclipses, they act as portals of change. So it's also an opportunity to explore other avenues in life. So if you're not happy in some area of your life, it is a perfect time to make those changes. And you know, portals of change, eclipses, they only become really difficult to deal with when we resist the changes that we know deep down we are really needing to make. Okay, let's put it that way. It's to help us move forward in life. Now, on the 28th of October, we have a partial lunar eclipse, and it offers a life-changing energy to usher in any decisions that you make that will see you evolve and transform your life in some way for the positive. Eclipses, they tend to have a bit of a bad rap for negative forces, and they can influence abrupt changes, reversals, and U-turns that can make the everyday difficult to deal with. And you may see some very difficult shifts going on in the month of October on a global scale. But on a positive note, it actually reminds us that we must remain flexible and vigilant and be ready for the one constant factor of life, which is change. Now, Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth, it goes direct this month on the 10th of October. So you will witness many exposés, either on a personal level or on a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths. However, Pluto, helps us pay attention to these undercurrents in order to elevate us towards awakening and being closer to the light. Now, personally, anything that has been holding you back or hindering your path is automatically left behind this month. Oh, they want me to put that there. There. We've got that. Oh, this is the outcome energy. Sorry, they're just directing me as to where they want me to put it. They want you one more for you. Okay. Now, yeah, anything that's been hindering you, you automatically kind of leave it behind as you really emerge as a brand new you with renewed energy and vitality. It's almost like a final push to detoxify and declutter your life in some way. This all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, okay? So it's influencing areas like money, rules, regulations, and policies. So you may see some major changes and power struggles in these sectors in the world over the coming months. It is actually a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances, to download any monthly statements as proof of your coins, should there be any gremlins in the system. And it's a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents, your natural abilities, and launch any new ideas, entrepreneurships, or side hustles to become financially independent. In terms of love, we do have a wonderful positive aspect there where the new moon is in Libra. If you're in a relationship already, any pressures start to dissipate and you reset your love life to get back on track and remember why you fell in love with each other in the first place. And of course, if you're looking for love, Pluto actually helps in this area because it's in the third house of communication. A perfect chance for you to put yourself in a position to meet someone new. Now, overall, it is a month of change. So don't get me wrong, there's definitely going to be some bumps in the road. And it closes with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween or Samhain, however you want to celebrate it. It's a time to rejoice in the cycle of life, and in most cases it brings people together and the community to rise. Spiritually, you'll feel more called to align yourself and to make deeper connections to your higher self, and I can see that there with your ninth house, okay? So definitely some of you may feel like squirreling yourself away and watching a documentary on the unknown, or you may feel like really like lighting a candle for the ancestors or implementing some sort of rituals as we approach the October 31st date, when the veil between worlds is the thinnest. Now, in particular, your seventh house is actually governing you during this time, and that's all about partnerships, people, and your everyday circumstances. You'll be deepening partnerships and alliances or starting businesses with people that you trust, and any partnerships will be starred. Whether it's romance, business, friendships, you'll be discerning about the company that you keep and observing who has your back. Also, the second house of value is influencing you at the end of the month, and that's really about how you value yourself, looking at situations where you give away your power, underselling your talents, or, noticing when people underestimate you. You'll be focusing on cash, property, budget, savings, pensions plans, real estate, and really leveling up to be that go-getting spirit, achieving what you deserve and putting the effort into all things and having the motivation and drive to get stuff done. And I can see from your chart that you're going to be very goal-oriented this month. You're definitely going to be in a state of productivity. Your first card there is the waning moon. So on a personal level, you may feel a little bit more reflective, more soul-searching than usual. We've got surrender, go with the flow, let go and move on, rest and recuperate, let fate take its course. And sometimes it's not the right time to take action on something, okay? Now, as you can see, we've got the Magician card, and I will show you that in a moment. The Magician card is in your resistance position. So it means some of you are stepping back and not taking action on something at this moment in time. Something that perhaps has been difficult, or some of you have been taking a bit of a pause because you've been struggling with something and you're trying to brainstorm an alternative approach so that you can streamline it and make it easier to accomplish. Now, I see with the World card there that you are going to accomplish it, whatever it is for you. I definitely see that you get your goal. But as we leave into the month of November, I definitely get a sense here that you're reestablishing your independence in some way. Some of you may be like leaving a family home to purchase your own home, or some of you may move for a job, or you're actually deciding to set up your own business and reestablish your power by being your own boss. We will get to those energies in a moment. This is, one of the cards that popped out for you. I know you're not Gemini, my beautiful Aries, but it's about the energy. You're going to be very connected, finding that missing piece, something that you've been searching for. And it says here, adaptable, information, connected, communicative, talkative, superficial, restless, love variety, curious, and social, okay? So when it says superficial, it means that you're noticing when people are being really superficial with you and you're moving away from that, okay? I definitely see that you are stepping into your authentic self, and that means friendships, situations that are not authentic are being shed during this time. You're just letting it fall. And I definitely get an energy here. I mean, I know that there is a puzzle piece. I definitely see here, some of you, there's something on your mind that has been bothering you, especially since you've got a Seven of Swords here. And I will explain the Seven of Swords because it can connect to, you know, someone abusing their position, or it can indicate that someone is not honest with you. I feel like a truth does come to light for you this month, don't get me wrong, but I definitely get this energy of you being more independent because the Seven of Swords is to reestablish a way of doing something that is suited to you, and it may not meet other people's expectations. However, this is your life and you're living it on your own terms. So the Seven of Swords actually is about reestablishing, you know, your sense of independence, your sense of identity, and, you know, it's really about doing what makes you happy. And sometimes it can be misconstrued by other people or misunderstood. And that's okay because they've got their own life to lead and their own path to navigate. So I definitely see that you are doing things in a very maverick way this month that sees you right on track. I mean, I feel like you're learning new things. Lots of new information there. Some of you may even put yourself on a course of learning to, change a path in some way. And that could be to level up, upskill, and set yourself up for a position of success and move into a promotion or raise this month. And finally, we've got foreign travel, long journeys, wisdom, law, learning, adventure, rituals, foreigners, spirituality, and religion. So, I mean, it stands to reason that this is your final card in this position because that's the end of the month. I mean, look, you've even got a Ouija board there. I don't see that you're going to be doing that or tapping into that, but it's really about the unknown or tapping into a level of spirituality where you're connecting to your inner self for answers. And some of you may implement spiritual rituals in order to bring more peace of mind, because I definitely see that you're trying to manage your stress levels this month and come into balance. Now, the ninth house is the quest. It's the search for meaning. It's more about your path, navigating the right steps as you move forward. But it's like, is there something other that I could be connected to? Is there something other that I'm interested in? So it's about exploration this month. And I definitely see that you're allowing your mind to wander and all potentials and possibilities are coming alive for you in that beautiful brain of yours. And then you're connecting to the right one, okay? You're going to feel very inspired this month. The star energy is about clarity. It's about new ideas popping off and you really being excited about moving forward towards a goal. With the World card present, that definitely tells me that some of you may be contemplating a big journey, a travel, a big vacation, or you may even be going on it. So you may have already booked it and it's going to be this month. But I definitely get a sense here of you wanting to explore new lands or new cultures. And, with the star energy, this is an energy of success. It's about wishing for something, aligning yourself with something, and accomplishing it. So I definitely see that you have a brighter October to look forward to. The star energy also is about all that inner wisdom that is available to you, and it's about implementing that wisdom in order to bring more hope and success into your world. Now, of course, success looks differently for everybody, but having the star energy and it ending in the world energy, it tells me that you are really focused on a goal or an idea that is going to come to fruition. It's going to be the start of something new, especially since you have a Page of Pentacles here. I feel like some of you could be curious about a new avenue in life, or you're learning something because you do have the Hierophant there. You're learning something that will help you step into a new way of living. I get a lifestyle change energy coming for you here as well. But this is the wish. And I feel like you are going to be getting a wish come true, or something that you've been hoping for. You're actually aligning yourself with it this month. And I definitely get a sense here as well that some of you have been feeling really unappreciated in your circumstances, or unnoticed or unrecognized for what you bring to the table. So whether that's in your career environment, or whether that's in a friendship, or even if that is in a family environment, I definitely see that you are going to get a lot of indication this month that people really care about you and they appreciate all that you bring to the circumstances that you're in with that person. So I do feel like you're going to be recognized in some way. And I see here you being in the spotlight for something, okay, being noticed for something. Now, we have a lot of pentacles in your reading, so it does tend to tell me that this could be in a work environment if you're in a career. But if you're not in a career, it could be that you're paying a lot of attention to the economic market, that you are really focused on your finances and making sure that you secure your finances should there ever be like, an economic fluctuation. So I definitely see that you are paying attention, and I feel some of you may have been tested recently as well, and I definitely see that you are leaving those tests behind. I feel like you've been through a bit of a rite of passage recently. You've gained greater wisdom, but you're moving on, and you're being like protected and redirected in circumstances where there are calmer waters. I feel like you're being shifted towards a more peaceful way of living, and I feel like also that you're trusting in the unknown. Okay, I feel like, you've put a wish out to the universe and you're trusting that it will be delivered. Well, I definitely see that it will be delivered for you, okay? Now we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is your protagonist energy, so luck is on your side. And I definitely see that if you're taking any sort of risk or change in your life, it will be a calculated one, because the star energy is to see ahead. It is to, have a wonderful idea and to formulate that plan and make it happen. But ultimately, it is to view ahead. And I definitely see that with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to work in your favor, okay? I get a sense here, fortune favors the brave. And this Wheel of Fortune energy, I feel like your luck is changing, because I feel some of you have had a run of either bad luck or your luck has been stuck. It just feels like you've been stuck in a rut for a little while. I definitely see that things are starting to shift and move and turn so that you can move forward. And I feel like you're taking the initiative to change your circumstances, so you're going to have a lot of motivation, drive, a lot of energy to power on through. And with the Hierophant, this is a card of having faith. It's a card of believing in yourself, knowing that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. You're in that go-getting spirit. And even though the past months you may have felt a little bit low energy, low motivation, or you just felt that lull or that dip because we've passed the midpoint of the year, but now it's like getting that final energy to move towards the rest of the year. So some of you, for example, if you're in a career, you may go through an appraisal, or you may go through some sort of meeting, an important meeting where you discuss like outcomes, goals for the year ahead. And some of you, I feel like you could receive a bonus from this meeting. So I feel like you don't get that bonus straight away. I feel it's something that is discussed perhaps, or it is something that it's almost like I keep getting this test energy. So appraisals, they kind of are like a check-in test, to let you know how you're doing on your journey in your career. And I definitely see that you will be offered it, but it may come later, because you've got the Hangman energy here, and we've got the Hermit and the Seven of Swords. So I feel, now maybe I should say this in a whisper, I'm not really sure, because some of you, I feel like you may be quiet quitting after that bonus, okay? So I definitely get this sense that some of you are checking in with yourself, learning new skills in order to, wait it out to get the bonus, and then you are sort of like moving. So if you're looking for a new position, you may be manifesting a new position. You may feel right now that there's no alternative positions out there, especially since we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords there. It can indicate that some of you have been searching or putting your resume out there and finding it difficult to find new positions or opportunities that really connect with your skill set. You may have found that some of you, you are overqualified for some of the positions that are available, but this will change. In October, you will see a shift in the job market for you. And I know things are difficult out there, but I definitely see that there is an opportunity coming in for you to increase your finances, okay? So that's if you're in a career right now. And I definitely see that people in positions of authority are noticing your skills. So there is a promotion available to you, but I want you to be aware that I feel that this The way that they're giving me this is that it's almost like they're trying to undercut you in pay. Okay, so just watch out for that. So if, for example, they're offering you a managerial role and a managerial role is kind of like set at a certain wage packet, I feel like they may try to give a little bit less, but the work, there's still a lot of work and responsibility that goes with it. Just watch that. You know, I do see that you will find something new, but I feel like you're being really clever to like, you know, find something new before you leave. So I feel like you will have a decision to make this month in October, because I feel something is offered to you. And I would watch out as well if you're given any new contracts this month, because there is a real potential with the Seven of Swords present that in that contract there is a clause that potentially you will not want in there, and you may want to cut it out, or you may feel that it's a little bit underhanded. So for example, if you've been in a company for like 10 years and you know they're giving you a new contract because there's a shift in management or there's a merge, it means that everything that you had before, any benefits or any like bonuses or even pay, or even hours, it can indicate that it's nullified and you start from scratch from the new contract date. So, you know, if you were to, for example, leave a position or, you know, I feel like it's almost like things are shifting or changing in order to downsize. So just watch out for that. I see that you are in a really good position to be in a position of power is what I see, because you're very gifted and very talented. But I do see some sort of like untoward energy, like undercutting. Okay, so that's how I can put it there. But I do see that actually, if you're moving on to a new position, you have the potential to negotiate a better deal and get more money. The Knight of Pentacles is available to you, but a Page of Pentacles energy may be offered to you. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm being given. Now, for those of you who are not in a career environment, I definitely see that this is a luckier time for you. And some of you may feel that you want to learn new information. You want to put yourself on a hobby, or, you know, to upskill, or you want to just embrace new knowledge. So you'll definitely submerge yourself in like documentaries or videos online, or even a course of learning, whether it's an online course for free or whether it is, you know, a course in a company of people. I definitely see that you are getting yourself out there, and I feel like you're connecting to new experiences and, you know, new energy, and also meeting new people as well. So you may be a little bit more sociable than usual this month. Now we do have the Magician card. It's in the Resistance position. Now, some of you have lost touch with manifestation. You may have been very busy, pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you may have felt that you're just on autopilot, just doing. You're having all that energy, that drive, and you're feeling a little bit exhausted, and you've not checked in with yourself to see if you're on the right track. But this month is the month to do that. The Magician card also indicates some of you may have been a little bit scattered in your focus. You may have had a lot on, and you may have felt that you've been, you know, burning the candle at both ends, or that you've been spreading yourself thin in some way. And I see that some of you are trying to launch a new like money-making idea. It's going to be very lucrative, okay? But the Three of Swords indicates it has been difficult. And maybe that's because you've had a lot of other things on, but I see you pushing through in the month of October and making stuff happen, okay? But you may, the energy that I get is, even when it's all ready to go, you may still pause until you feel the right date is, you know, available to you. So for example, if you're doing something that potentially could be seasonal, you may be, you know, getting everything in place right now. And then as we close the year, you may be like, okay, I'm going to launch it next year, or you're going to launch it at the end of the year. So I feel like you're really tapping in with your intuition to see when the moment is right for you. When you've got the Magician in this position, it can indicate that some of you feel like you've got unfulfilled potential, and you're trying to tap into your resources. You don't want to waste your time. And I feel like you're getting really organized and focused this month in order to level up in life. Now, with the Magician card, some of you, especially if you're retired, for example, you may have felt that you are trying to manage your finances in the most economic way. And you may have been, you know, busy trying to do lots of things that really interest you. But at the same time, I feel there's something in particular that you haven't quite done yet that's on your mind to do. Well, this month is the month to do it. I feel like you'll action a plan. It could be a new project or a new inspiration. You have an urge to create and you're taking the initiative, okay? Also, I mean, I can't ignore the fact that the World card is here and the Magician is in the reverse. These two cards, they can indicate some of you have a sense of unease about the world at the moment. I mean, we all have that, of course. And some of you are like, what's next? Okay. And I feel like some of you are safeguarding yourself, putting yourself in a really secure position to weather any changes that are occurring. And I definitely see that there are changes occurring in the world. And some of those changes really do not make sense. I totally understand that. But I'm just getting this energy of, you being prepared. But just be a little bit mindful, okay? Because that sense of unease, it can, raise your anxiety. It can impede your sleeping patterns. It can also make you feel a little bit low energy, a low vibe, okay? And if you've noticed, in the world at large, whenever there are these changes, there are certain like news articles, clickbait that are there to ramp up our level of fear or ramp up the level of anxiety. And in order to shift in a more positive way, it's very important to step away from that energy in order to raise your vibrations and bring more positivity into your world. So I definitely see you stepping away from any sort of anxiety triggering articles or anything that you're absorbing. I feel like you're starting to notice what affects your energy and what the potential outcome could be, and perhaps the undercurrent of why those stories are there for us to connect to. So I definitely see, this is going very deep, this reading. I didn't expect it to go this way, but that's what's happening there in this reading. I can feel this. So I feel this month actually is going to be a more peaceful month for you. Okay, I feel like you're stepping away from the energy in order to find more peace of mind, manage your stress levels, and get busy doing you. Get busy, raising your vibrations, finding more things to be positive about. Even if things are not as positive as you hope for right now, the more you manifest, I know it's easier said than done because human beings, we're not positive all the time. That's just human nature. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And we have to honor those emotions, but recognize when we are overwhelmed with emotions that potentially could rob us of peace of mind. And I definitely see that you are doing that. With the Magician card, I feel the second half of the month is really magical for you. I really get a sense here that something that you have been manifesting and having faith that it will be delivered is showing up for you as well. Now we have a Knight of Pentacles. It's in the resistance position. And this really connects to the match that I was talking about earlier, is what they're giving me. And by they, I mean my guides. This is a person who perhaps has been very stubborn. It could be someone you're working with, someone who's really lazy or not pulling their weight, someone who perhaps has been digging their heels in. It comes to a climax this month, okay? And you move away from this. You actually step out of this situation in a really positive light with a lot of power. So I definitely see you may be detaching from this, and this person or situation, they notice you detaching from it, and there is an apology available. Okay, I want you to be aware that this person or this situation, I feel like you get an apology. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords there. It's in the resistance position. So anything that has been difficult, anything that has been worrying you, I feel like it comes to a climax and you recognize actually that you're moving on from this and you learned a lesson, but at the same time, I feel it's a positive one and you're in a really good position. You're protected from anything really negative is what I see here as well. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is also about your effort, and you are making a real effort towards something. And it has been slow, it has been difficult, but I feel the pace starts to pick up as we move throughout the month for you. There is an opportunity for more money to come in because I feel like your hard work is paying off, or your investments are paying off. I feel like you are going to be a little bit more in control of the energy this month, and I feel like you hit a target. And a target could be anything. It could be that you're cutting out a food substance because it makes you feel low energy, bloated, low motivation. It could be that you start to, get up earlier in the morning and, you get up before your alarm. I feel like you're changing the way that you approach something, and I definitely see that it's a very positive time for you to hit those goals and those targets. The Knight of Pentacles is really about putting effort into something that is sometimes very difficult to accomplish, and it means that your willpower is going to go from strength to strength, and you adapt to a ever-changing world, and you put yourself in a really good position to whether any changes, and you're in control of these changes is what I see here. Also with the Three of Swords, it's in the resistance position. It's exactly where you want it to be, which means, you know, the struggle gets a little bit lighter. You've got more peace of mind, but also something that has been difficult, I feel like it comes to a climax, and I feel, you know, you're moving on from it. Some of you, you may have, especially with this, you know, pile with the 3 cards, the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Some of you may have been unwell or went through a procedure and you're healing, and you can't make the effort that perhaps you normally do, or you may feel that your energy is a little bit scattered, or you feel that your hormones are just off key, a little bit out of balance. Make sure you take the rest that you need. The star energy indicates you're healing, so don't try to rush that, okay? Make sure that you take all the time you need and get back to best before you can move on from that. I see at the end of the month that you're moving into a new cycle, a new energy where there's more sort of vitality available to you, and I feel like you are magnetic. You're drawing a lot of opportunities towards you, whether they are more money. I mean, I'm not seeing love here for you, but I will pull a card if you're looking for love. I feel it's not really your predominant focus. Doesn't mean it's not available to you. I feel more that you're trying to adapt to a changing circumstance, and that you are right on target to reach a goal. So for some of you, it may be a goal that you want to purchase real estate, or it could be that you want to move out of your parents' house and become more independent, or it could be that you want to, you know, change your lifestyle in some way. So I definitely see that you are making changes, and you're seeing very clearly the path that you want to connect to, and you're making it happen. Okay. Now we have the World card, which is all about success, abundance, and reaching that goal, completing what you start. So whether it's a new project or a new way of living, I definitely see that you are right on target to accomplish that. The World card also is a card of knowing, you know, and understanding your role in your universe. So lots of soul searching this month, really connecting to that otherworldliness, you know, of all the potentials and everything that could possibly happen for you. So you may be actually exploring other avenues of how to change your life in some way if you feel that things are not the way you hoped for. So for example, if you're searching for your soul tribe, you may put yourself on a course of learning, or, you know, on a hobby, or even, you know, connect to a more community vibe in order to, you know, just explore what's out there. And by association, you meet people who are like-minded individuals, and they become really part of your world in some way. Also, the World card is about travel. So with the Page of Pentacles here, I mean, there's literally a person on a boat there. So that indicates some of you may be paying for travel or taking travel that you paid for. Okay. I would say with the Seven of Swords, and you know what, I gave this message in the Sagittarian reading, and it rarely comes up, but it is coming up for you as well. So, and I really don't like to give it. But anyway, I would watch if you're traveling. I would watch your possessions. Make sure you keep an eye on your surroundings, because there is a potential for theft, okay, this month. I'm going to pull a card on it. There was a wonderful Sagittarian out there. I uploaded that video a couple of days ago, and they said, you know what? It just happened. And I was like, oh no, I hate confirmation like that. But what I see here is that it's something that could be swiped when your attention is like elsewhere. I don't see anything like, you know, how can I put that? I see that your personal safety is okay, but I'm just saying, watch out. There is a potential that something gets swiped when you're not looking, you know, or your phone, or, you know. So I'm just going to pull a card on that. Hangman. The Fool card. I mean, you'll get over it, of course. The Hangman is like to, you know, slow down or pause, okay? See things from a different angle. The Hangman can be, you know, something gets taken away, but it will be replaced with something better. So it could be that you have insurance and, you know, you'll get brand new of everything, but, you know, sometimes there's like photos in there that are so important, and, you know, it's, yeah. So just watch your possessions this month. I don't want you to be paranoid. It's just a case of just being vigilant, okay? Just noticing your surroundings. I'm just going to go one more. The Fool card is you, Aries. So it's like, you know what? You take it in your stride. You're like, well, it's not nice, of course, but yeah, you'll shine anyway. I mean, this could also be an energy of someone stealing an idea. Okay, so if someone tries to take credit for your ideas, I feel you actually stand out from the crowd and you're very talented, very gifted. The Queen of Wands indicates this is when you're in a crowd of people. So if you're taking the subway or you're like, going somewhere where everyone's like hustled in together, just watch your pockets or your bag. Okay, so I'm just going to move on from that energy. And it's not going to resonate for everyone. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. But forewarned is forearmed. Okay, now we do have the Four of Pentacles, securing what you have. So that also ties in with what I've just said. But the Four of Pentacles really is about creating a solid foundation financially, and it's about taking ownership for the next steps of your path. This is about finding security in your everyday. So they keep bringing me back to the same energy, securing every day. So some of you may be even like securing your home. You may be purchasing a new home space, and you may be securing, getting like an alarm system. It doesn't mean that anything's going to happen. It's like you are preparing to secure your possessions or secure your finances. Okay, so there is an energy of security here. But also the Four of Pentacles is a very important card, because it also indicates that some of you are very financially focused at the moment, whether it's on paying bills or repayment plans or pensions, or whether it's just your everyday circumstances, because we all know that inflation is happening, everything is priced like way higher than it was, and just day-to-day living is difficult, and it requires a lot more finances. So some of you are trying to find alternative ways to bring in more money. So some of you could sell stuff from your home space that perhaps you've outgrown, or find a talent and gift that you've got. And with the Hierophant there, some of you are, well, most of you, the energy that's coming through, most of you, you have a lot of knowledge that you could impart with others by setting up a course of learning, by, doing a video or something online and putting it out there for the world to see. It's passive income. You do that 1 or 2 videos and, to help people know what you know, and it sort of ticks over in the background is what I'm seeing here. Now, Four of Pentacles also reminds you that it's time to have fun. Okay, especially since you have, when I pulled the cards there, the Fool card popped out. I definitely get an energy that some of you, life has got very serious for you at the moment, and it's about trying to find a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more fun. The Four of Pentacles is like, sometimes we hold on really tightly in life, and if we let go and surrender, because you have the Hangman there, it's about letting the universe come to you with reward and opportunity. Many, many years ago, and excuse me if I've said this before, because they're just showing me in the water right now, and they want me to discuss a time where, I really tried so hard to make stuff happen in my life. Like, I was like every day dedicated to getting up super early, hustling every day, trying to make life work. I was trying to accomplish something, and it just never was happening. And I was like, oh, it was just so exhausting, but I didn't give up. I was stubborn and, tenacious, and I was just trying to make things happen because I, wanted to look after my family, pay the bills, all of those things. And just life was not throwing me anything. It was just so difficult. And then suddenly I lost everything. And I'm not seeing you lose anything here. I just want you to be aware of that. Okay. Apart from just make sure you look after your personal belongings when you're out traveling or out and about. But what I see in the energy, what they're showing me in the water is, I pretty much lost my home, my job, my relationship, everything kind of all at once. It was really crazy time. And I stood very, very still. I was shocked. And I was like, I don't know what to do next. But this overwhelming feeling of warmth came over me, which was like trust. And I was like, how can I trust this circumstance? Everything just is so alien to me at this moment. I've lost everything. And I stayed very still in life. And I kid you not, all the things that I had tried so hard to accomplish and make my reality for years suddenly started to come towards me in the stillness. I'd put the effort in. Don't get me wrong. The effort is there. And then suddenly step back and trust the universe and say, okay, show me. Or, I'm ready. I'm grateful for all that I still have left, which was my health just about at that time, and my family. So I was really grateful for that, and their sofa, which was brilliant. And then suddenly things started to come towards me. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that right now, but I feel the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes right now to bring you a goal or a dream or something that you've been really trying hard to accomplish. And I see a lot of you, what I see with the sacrifice is your energy, okay, of course, but also I see, because you do have the hangman there. Yeah, you do have the hangman there. The sacrifice, I feel like you are having to make right now is your energy, the effort. Okay, so it's like just take a pause and watch things come towards you. You have been making the effort, and I feel something that has been hard won or something that you've been manifesting for such a long time, it's shifting frequencies and it's now coming in, okay, for the month of October for you. The Page of Pentacles, this could be a new start, could be a new project, new idea, but it's also curiosity. It's a card of applying yourself to either learning something new and, you know, it's news coming in for you that's going to be really good news that secures your position in some way in your life. That could be secures your position in a relationship, solidifies the love that you have for a person. Could also be, you know, you dedicating yourself to a goal and making things a reality. This is a card of having a plan, and that your plans are rooted and grounded, and you're starting to see the results of that plan come to life. So I definitely see here that you are a doer, and I feel there's just a little bit of a pause at the end of the month as we move into November. And then you're going to see those plans start to take shape where you're like, it really is happening for you, whatever it is, okay? Now we do have the Hangman and we have the Hermit. And we have the Seven of Swords, okay? Now, the Hangman really is about you taking a bit of a break, taking a pause to recharge your batteries and being in a period of reflection, okay? The Hangman is really about seeing things in a new light or reflecting, keeping your eyes open, okay? So I definitely have already given you that message, especially since the Seven of Swords is there. But some of you may wait to launch something, or you may soft launch something, and the Hangman is really about relax. Don't fret. You'll know when the right time is to move. You got this, okay? So I feel the end of the month is a bit more of a chilled energy where you look back on what occurred in October and you feel really proud of your circumstances and the effort that you made, but also that some lucky breaks happen for you as well. And we do have the Hermit, which is again another call to relax, to take a step back, to tap into your inner knowledge and be a little bit more spiritual or a little bit more introspective to connect to your higher wisdom. The Hermit energy indicates that you are potentially very exhausted. You're burning the candle at both ends. And you do need to honor your body and make sure that you do take some rest. But also it can indicate that some of you have been looking at life from a new perspective, especially with the Hangman there. And you're a little bit fed up with the way things have been going. And you are trying to find a way to change your circumstances and reflect, because the Hermit does not go in the cave of life until they get really jaded with what's going on around them. And the story of the Hermit is the Hermit goes into the cave and really reflects on all that's occurring in personal circumstances, but also the world at large, and then only comes out renewed as the Fool, actually, the Fool card. So that's you, my beautiful Aries. And it's like you are trying to reconnect with your inner child. You're trying to find more playfulness and fun in your life. You're trying to stay open-hearted, whether it's in love, whether it's in life. I definitely see that you are desiring more energy, more vitality, and more spontaneity to do things that you love doing. But the Hermit also indicates a solo energy. So some of you may withdraw at the end of the month and really think about your sense of value, how you value yourself and what you're connected to. But also it's a card of this knowingness, knowing what to do next. Okay, you have a lot of wisdom, and I feel like you are trying to reignite your passion for something that you're trying to achieve. And I feel like, you know, you're moving on to the next steps of your plan, because I feel like something in your plan is being accomplished this month and then you're on to the next, but you're not trying to burn yourself out. I feel like you do take a pause at the end of the month. And I mean, I'm going to pull a card on that Hermit energy because when I look at it, I actually see a party, and that's an opposing energy. the Hermit is to be in your home space, feel like a homebody, but I'm seeing a party in the water. So maybe some of you will receive an invitation that perhaps you don't really want to go to, or you think about going to, but then don't. Let me just check in with that energy. Page of Wands. Okay, so I feel it really depends on your mood, because the Four of Wands, sorry, not the Four of Wands, the Page of Wands and the Four of Swords. Page of Wands is to explore, it's to get out there, be bold, be daring. It's to, you know, have fun. It's to have that lust for life, but also it's, you know, to have a new creative project, work on something like a new idea, to, you know, connect to your true life's purpose and be focused on your passions. So the Four of Swords is to stay at home, to rest. So it can indicate that you have a choice: stay at home and rest, recharge your batteries, get clear on what you want to do next in your journey, or go out there and have fun and have the best of both worlds. It can also indicate that some of you are really just focused on a project this month and you don't want any distractions. So you are actually keeping your eye on the prize and doing what you set out to do. Now, also, I feel like there is some news. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Okay, they're giving me the news. So if you're looking for love, okay, this is what they're giving me. So I'm mistaking news for communication. That's what they're showing me. It's not news, it's communication. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. So what they're giving me is that if you do go to an event and you are looking for love, there is the potential here for a spark, chemistry between you and a person. This person is a little bit younger than you. They're really fun to be with. You'll travel lots with this person and it can develop into something long-term later on. But I feel at the beginning, it's just like a flirtation that gets explored, and then there's like a pause. So either this person goes traveling or you go traveling. There's like a little bit of a break. Don't let it put you off, because I feel this is a potential for something a little bit more long term. So as I said, you're not really focused on love. Doesn't mean it's not happening for you, but I feel Ace of Swords, yeah, talking to someone new. This is someone with a meeting of minds. Knight of Swords, yeah, it's like you're talking at first, but then there's some sort of break. This person goes traveling or you go traveling, but this person remains in contact. So I feel this person has the potential to change your life in some way. And I feel that when you know, you know. And the swords are about knowing. So I feel there's something other about this person that you will explore later on, but there's some sort of pause or a break between you and this person getting together. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to move on from that. Now we have the Seven of Swords. Now I really want to discuss, that's why I left this card for the last, because the Seven of Swords is to, you know, be very independent. It's to march to the beat of your own drum, not conform to, you know, not be a people pleaser either. It's to be diplomatic, of course, in situations that are delicate. So I feel diplomacy is called for this month, especially with a person who's really digging their heels in. But I actually feel that this person, they will recalibrate their energy and they offer an apology or they offer a solution in some way, or an olive branch is what I see. But the Seven of Swords, and I've already discussed that the Seven of Swords can be like watch your possessions, because there is a potential theft there. But the Seven of Swords really is a card of like leaving a situation behind and maybe not telling anybody. Okay, so some of you are actually quite quitting at work, finding alternative opportunities and leaving. But it can also be that some of you are going to, it's almost like, I want to pull a card on it because I feel someone is going to misunderstand your intentions. Okay, they want me to show you the Seven of Swords, so I do understand what they mean by this. Now, I'm sure you all know what the Seven of Swords looks like, but they want me to explore it with you, so I will. So you may want to fast forward this bit while I find it. Could you please show me where the Seven of Swords is for my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Okay, so what they're showing me is the history of the Seven of Swords. The figure is taking 5 swords. They're taking them, removing them from the army because they don't want to fight. They want to find an alternative solution to a very delicate situation. And in stealth mode, this person has not had the time to take them all because, as you see, this figure has 5 swords, 3 in one hand, 2 in the other. They could have taken a 6th sword. They could have taken a 3rd one in that hand, but they just didn't have time, so they went too quickly. They've had to be really stealthy, but their intention is to remove conflict. And it looks, though, that this person is actually stealing. But the history of the card is that this person is actually diplomatically trying to remove conflict in order to find a solution that is better, a more peaceful way of doing something, but they're misconstrued. So I'm just getting the energy here that there is something that you could do this month that is potentially misconstrued or misunderstood. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Also, the 7 of Swords, this is when it's paired with the Hermit and the Hangman, this is like slow down, because if you go too fast, you may miss something or you may trip yourself up in some way. And it's just worth noting, keeping your eyes peeled, but also grounded in your energy to be aware, not to go too quickly. So I feel that's the message that's coming through on the 7 of Swords for you. But I also get this energy of yearning for independence. And with the Hermit energy, some of you are going solo. So if you are actually deciding to leave a partnership or leave a situation, or even launch your own business, you could be leaving a business partnership. I definitely see that you are going to be super focused this month on accomplishing your goals and achieving more. I want to pull... Oh no, they want me to use this deck. I want to pull one more card for you, just to see a little bit into November. I don't normally do this. Ace of Swords, I mean, this is a different deck and the second time it's popped out. So my guides give me the exact energy that I need to see. But the Ace of Swords is really to be clear. It's to have a breakthrough. It's fate and destiny intervening to bring you the law of karma. So some good stuff is coming your way. This is also a card where there's going to be lots of meaningful coincidences, and forces beyond your human control are actually opening up for you to bring you rewards. Allow it to occur. Also, I definitely get an energy of new ideas, mental clarity, and managing your stress levels, and knowing that the universe has your back. Also, knowing what you need to walk away from, okay? The 8 of Cups is to walk away from something that's not fulfilling you or doesn't feel right anymore, something that you've evolved from. And some of you are actually deciding to change direction or change your approach to something. And the eclipse time is going to be very, very important for you, because I feel something of a breakthrough comes in for you in the second eclipse, the partial lunar eclipse for you. The 28th of October is going to be very rewarding for you indeed, okay? Whoever walks away on the 8 of Cups walks straight into the 9 of Cups. So that's the wish delivered. And I feel like it's on its way for you, okay? The 8 of Cups can also indicate that you're withdrawing, okay, to formulate ideas or to have that breakthrough. I definitely see it as a breakthrough month for you, and I feel things go from strength to strength. Don't get me wrong, I do see some bumps in the road, but I see you in control and navigating those really nicely. Ultimately, you're hitting your target, and I feel that you're going to be very busy, very productive, and there's a lot of success available to you this month as well. And for some of you, if you want to be famous, I feel like there is an opportunity to do that, to step into a position that will have you noticed. You're very creative, you're very talented. Some of you doubt your skills. Having more confidence in your wonderful abilities is important there. Now we also have Hawk Messenger. And it says here, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. Yeah, that definitely came up in the reading for you. You have a bright future. That's literally what I said right at the beginning. And let yourself ascend to new heights. So sometimes you need to get that bird's eye view in order to know which steps to take next. And of course, see utter happiness. Okay. It says here, be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Okay, so, all those cards just tapped into the general energy of the reading. So it just solidifies that I gave the message that they wanted me to give you. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Okay, they've given you... Ooh, we got handcuffs. Okay, so... handcuffs can represent you feeling stuck and that you are liberated in some way. Handcuffs can also indicate that some of you may be stepping into positions of law enforcement, especially since that came up in your first cards. And also, unfortunately, if the message about a possession being swiped comes true, I feel like that person will be caught. Okay, I'm not saying that you'll be reunited with your possessions. However, I feel like that person will be caught. Okay, so I'm just going to be moving on from that energy. Oh, my guide said, look a little closer, look a little closer. I've had this trinket for, about a month now. And you can't probably see that because I can barely see that. It says freedom. It says freedom. So anything that's been binding you, there's freedom. And I've never noticed, actually, that there is a little gap there as well. But it literally says freedom there. You probably can't see that. But anyway, does it say on both ones? Yeah, freedom. Okay, so that's a really good sign. We also have the horse rune, which is to make progress, future changes, movement forward, trust in the process. You're on the right track. And finally, I love this. They've given you the arrow, being right on target. Things are moving up. Your sacrifices are not going unnoticed. And this is about having the courage to move forward. You are a warrior. You're going from strength to strength. I feel like you're going to have more energy, and any blocked energy is going to be unblocked. And this is about justice. This rune is justice. So again, if anyone's trying to take credit for your ideas or anyone tries to swipe your stuff, there's justice. Okay, so I will leave it there. I hope something resonates for you in this reading, my beautiful Aries. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message, lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.